Extraordinary Lives, where we have extraordinary people on our show. I'm Gigi, I'm one of your hosts.
And I am Suave, also known as Ridwan Anderson, if you didn't know. And we have a host as well, a guest speaker.
Yes, sir. I'm guest hosting tonight, and I am Jack Lavelle in the building for you.
Hey, hey. We have some awesome performances tonight. We have a great singer, a really wonderful fashion designer, very different. I cannot wait to show him to you all. And we have an amazing author who has a very touching story about preeclampsia and her struggle, and her book that she just recently published. So I'm so excited to be here and talk to everyone about all the guests that we have on our show.
And I can attest for the singer that we have in
yes.
store for you, because this particular singer I've seen for myself out in the public right here in downtown Atlanta, as a matter of fact, and I fell in love with her at the first sight. And she just took the house. Her whole voice is heavenly, so I'm definitely waiting to interview her so you guys can meet her, and definitely.
She has an awesome personality.
Beautiful personality.
I see the personality. I need to hear the voice, so I'm ready for that too.
Yeah, I am ready. But we do have some pretty cool topics to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have some awesome things happening in Atlanta. We have a
Things
storm.
going on.
Well, how many?
I know, how many storms do we have coming, right? So we kind of heard that Trump is going to be in town tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's storm number one.
Yep.
Storm number one.
Yep, and then we have that wonderful ice storm that might happen also.
Yeah.
But the whole thing with Donald Trump, there's going to be 72,000 people attending this event. Can you all believe that?
Huge.
This is
that is
amazing.
huge. Now the event that you're talking about. Well, let's tell what's the event, because Georgia has to represent right now.
Well, I just know right off. I was stuck on the 72,000. I hope only 2,000 of those 72,000 is coming for Trump.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I kind of feel you there.
You gotta be careful. He's got a lot of angry people around here. But yeah, there's gonna be. It's the Georgia-Alabama game.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's huge. And it's going to be at the new stadium that they have,
the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a great game, hopefully, and hopefully it won't get canceled from the ice.
From the ice, right.
Or something else happening, you know.
I heard Trump was invited.
Yes. And traffic, is going to be wonderful.
Yeah.
Like, even more.
Oh man,
even better than it usually is.
Yeah, it's going to be great. Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, so we're looking forward to that. Are any of you guys going to the game?
I would not be going. Will you be going?
I will not be going.
No.
I don't go out in storms.
Right, yeah. I'm going for neither storm, actually. So, yeah, watching from the safety of the household. Yeah, for the national championship, though. So
I know,
it's going to be a
I'm
good
hoping.
game.
Georgia.
Yeah, we're definitely going for Georgia now.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So what about this, what's going on, this Meryl Streep thing?
Oh, yes, speaking of Trump, yes, Meryl Streep. So we all know who Meryl Streep is. Great actress, one of the best in the industry. But she is, like, I would say after Kathy Griffin, definitely, because Kathy Griffin kind of spearheaded the movement with the whole Trump situation, speaking out outlandishly against him. Mm-hmm. But Meryl Streep followed up with it, and I'm with her. I'm on the side with that. She's definitely outspoken against Trump, and she is not a Trump supporter. So she's made that very well known.
There's been a lot of people in the media that are not Trump supporters.
Right,
and very strong with it.
Right, very strong-minded people and very powerful people in the media industry as well, though.
You think she's part sister?
I do.
I
think she got some melanin in her blood. So she got some melatonin going on in there. But definitely, though, she's very outspoken against Trump, though. So his son, Trump Jr., he is not a Meryl Streep fan, of course, as you can imagine. So it's been kind of a back and forth thing going on between Trump and Meryl Streep and the
I think
Trump
that people
cabinet.
just need to be, open-minded to be able to speak what they have in their heart.
And, absolutely.
Rosaline Sanchez came out, too, and she's a big Spanish actress talking against Trump and everything. And people have, he has a lot of supporters, but he's got also a lot of people that, have their views on him, and they're not very happy with a lot of the things that happen, especially in the Spanish community. I can attest myself, you know.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I did not like the way the situation was handled with Puerto Rico. Speaking of Spanish community.
Oh my God.
Puerto Rico is this island, and it's surrounded by this water just surrounding the whole island.
Well, you know what he said originally? This made me burst out into tears laughing. He's like, I'm going to take the citizenship away from the Puerto Ricans. I'm like, dude, we're American. We're citizens. Yeah. I'm a citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. Yeah. So it
He
was,
said he talked to the president of
of the president of Puerto Rico.
Where you are the
Right.
president of Puerto Rico.
He was talking to himself in the mirror, I guess, right?
Yeah,
So-
that was
Yeah.
another thing. Yeah,
You know,
you
they're
are
saying-
the president.
Yeah, they're
You
saying
did
that they're investigating, looking at his mental status now. Did y'all hear
Right.
about that?
Exactly.
Yeah,
they
they're
are.
looking at his mental status
Right.
and his age, his mental status, because you know
Yeah.
they're saying he's like a
Right.
child. He doesn't
What-
remember
what-
anything. He don't read nothing.
I wanted them to put the same effort that they're putting into that investigation as they did for Barack Obama's birth certificate.
Oh
So
my
if they
God.
put that same type of effort in that, then maybe we can see, you
Yeah.
know, if there's a real mental disorder going on. But
But-
yeah, needless to say, a lot of people in the media industry aren't fans of Trump.
Yeah.
But you know, that's just one of those things. It goes like that in the world of politics. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. But Meryl
Exactly.
Streep, she does have a very big voice, though,
She
and
does.
she's very powerful.
And
obviously,
speaking
in
of
that
Trump, since y'all talking about Trump, we might as well talk about these sexual allegations because you know it just rolls right off of Trump's back. You know, we just talking about, might as well talk about the sexual allegations. But so what y'all think about all these sexual allegations? I mean, long time ago, I mean, you heard about it every once in a while, but now it's just coming out the woodworks. Everybody, sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Somebody does
My thought is,
molestation. It's just
like,
everything's coming out the
why
woodworks.
didn't they talk about it sooner? I know that they were scared to come out and say things, especially the woman and everything. But I'm like, you need to speak out and say, you know, prevent other women from going through these situations that they've
Right.
gone through.
Right.
So for
I
me,
believe
it's
that
like
as
they
well.
held on to this way too long. So it makes you question
Right.
did it all happen? Did it really happen to all these people? So
And I feel that way as well. I feel like it's been going on for so long. I mean, it's not new information. We all know what goes on in the media industry and that these things do happen. But for you to hold it in, like, don't wait till it gets popular to say it. That's
I
kinda
know,
how I feel.
I know what you mean, but I think it's just like when you're in class, nobody raises
What's
their
their
hand.
hand? Well,
Yeah.
there you go. No
They're
one wants
afraid
be
to
the
raise
first
their
person to
hand.
raise
That's
their
true.
hand.
But as
That's
soon as
true.
one person raises their hand, and maybe somebody else, oh, well, I got a question too.
It
Now
builds
everybody
confidence.
feels comfortable.
You're right.
and-
I believe that as well.
Yeah.
I will say one person who has always been outspoken about it, Corey Feldman. If people
okay.
aren't familiar, but he's been saying this
Yeah.
for the longest
Yeah.
now, and he's actually come out. He's naming names now. So, but
Yeah.
he's been outspoken about this since the '90s,
Mm.
but no one wanted to listen.
Right.
But now it's it's the comfort level of being able to talk about it now.
Talk about it.
That's come to the point
It
now
has.
where
It
people are
has.
like they're naming names now.
Yeah, I mean, I have
It's
friends
big.
that work for Disney that work for all these major networks, and
Right.
they grew up in it. They were friends with Britney Spears. They were friends with all these famous actresses, and they lived through this, and they
Right.
stayed quiet. And you know, one of the girls I was talking to her, I was like, "Why did you not say anything?"
Right.
And she's like, "Well, my mom told me to shut up
Right.
because it's, you know, the way
That's right,
that we
it's
were
true.
making money for our home and everything."
Don't mess
So
that up.
Yeah.
That's
It
how,
was-
you know.
yeah.
Speaking
hush,
of
hush.
Disney, though, if you look at a lot of Disney actors and actresses, if you see where they are now and how their career started with Disney,
God.
it's like they kind of like got groomed into that whole sex
Exactly.
atmosphere. Like if you look at them now, you would never think they were the same people who were on Disney.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Like, but I've heard that about Disney.
it kind of ruins their lives. It
Yeah.
changes them around completely.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely some crazy people out there. And you mentioned something about the Kardashians.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
talking
that-
about
change the subject.
no, but I mean talking about crazy people and their lives changing and everything. It's crazy right now. They're all of them are expecting babies. Well, Kim just had hers, so through a surrogate. So there's been so many things in the media
A
about
surrogate.
them.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
new information to me.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
how we doing it?
Yeah. Well, she couldn't have her own baby, so she definitely got a surrogate, and that's how they were able to conceive baby number 3.
Okay.
And so now Khloe's pregnant, and so is Kylie, and Khloe's
Wow.
been in hiding a little bit about it. Kylie came out in the news saying that she was afraid to come out and talk about being pregnant because she didn't want to get scorned like Kim did and made fun of because she was gaining weight. I'm like, lady, that's not something to be ashamed of.
Well, I heard a story. If you could confirm this for me or not, is Travis Scott Kylie's baby daddy?
That,
is
yeah.
that what's happening?
You know what?
Is that
We
the
won't
truth?
know for sure
Okay,
until like a
all
few
right,
months down the
okay,
road because
all
they
right.
hide so
Yeah,
many different things. Like Courtney
Right.
has a boyfriend and she didn't want to talk about it
Yeah,
either.
right.
So
Everything's
they're
a
just
secret.
Everything's a secret. Yeah,
Yeah.
she cursed out Khloe on the show recently because she was like, "No, I don't want to talk about it or anything." They're
Oh,
just
wow.
they keep everything. They're trying to keep everything kind of down low, but
Right.
there's not a lot you can keep down low when your whole you know,
Right,
your life is on camera.
Right.
It's
Right.
crazy, you know?
Right. Yeah, no privacy at all. So
Right.
even if you wanted something.
So their lives have changed drastically from when they started to how they are now, and
Well, they get paid very well to be public.
Yeah, they do.
You came that kind of
At that
like,
paycheck,
okay,
I'd be
but
what
public
do you
too.
wanna know?
To be like, exactly.
Right.
I'd put everything out there too.
Right.
Yeah. So not to put a damper on anything, because this is my girl. This is Mary J. Blige. Have you ever heard about her husband?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
the
we
whole
have
thing.
heard
Or no,
about
let me rephrase it. Her ex-husband,
Yeah.
who's still coming back. I guess he got hospitalized. You're going through a little
Oh.
depression, a little stress, and you're hounding Mary J for more money.
Right, more
Like,
money.
man, like,
Right.
keep it up. I mean, just
Yeah.
it's like he would be nothing without Mary J.
Yeah.
So it's like, leave this woman alone.
Right.
I know.
It's like a reverse basketball wife type basketball husband.
Yeah.
Something like
Right.
that, you know? It's like, yeah.
I mean, unless he's just trying to get Mary J to come out with another album. Because,
Oh
you know,
my
when she's
God.
upset, she come out with the best album.
They're the best music. That's what we
Music,
usually
you know what I
do,
mean?
you know?
You know, we know when she's happy, you know.
Right.
But when she, you know, when she's not gonna cry.
Yeah.
That's what us
When there's
women
no
do.
more
We get
drama.
inspired, you know?
So he might be just helping her out.
Right. Hey, coming out with the best album up.
know.
Right. Now, speaking of woman artists, hottest thing on the market right now, as far as I'm concerned, Cardi B.
Yeah.
Man, when it
Right.
comes to female artists, and especially when it comes to rap, because we know for a
Yes.
long time it was Nicki Minaj, of course, and it still is Nicki Minaj,
Yeah.
as far as top tier artists. But for her to come from where she come from and now like already be the #1 artist,
Yeah.
not even just female artists, but artists, period.
She's hot.
Like it's
She's hot.
amazing. Like
I'm
she's breaking
surprised.
records all across the
Yeah.
world here. So just to put it out here, she just got bumped off Taylor Swift for the top album in the 100 top
Right.
100 Billboard,
Right.
and now she just broke another record. Only rap artist to have 3 albums on that top Billboard.
Oh,
right
wow.
now.
I seen
Yeah.
her video, I think it was
Yeah.
yesterday on Facebook, and
Yeah.
it was great. It was
Yeah.
great. But speaking of artists, let's get some of these
Yes,
guests.
let's
that we
get
got
them on
today,
this.
all right?
Yes,
let's
let's
do
get
some
them on.
extraordinary things, and let's make this happen.
Let's get our extraordinary guest on so
All right.
you can all see them.
And I have with me a lovely author. She is the author of this book that we're looking at right now. Her story is amazing. She is the Miss Armides Sabo. How are you doing today? I'm doing well. Thank you for being here with us today. Now, your story is amazing. I just want to talk about this book a little bit here. This story in this book. Now, these are actually memoirs in this book, right? Okay, and from my NICU window. Now, this is her perspective of what she endured through her life, as far as troubles, issues, things of that nature, right, when having your children, right?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. Now, before we get into the book, let's talk about this accent a little bit. Now, where is...
Costa Rica, and my parents are from the Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Came to the United States when I was 13 years old.
Mhm.
Don't do the math now.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's been
okay.
a while.
All right, okay.
It's been a while. But I'm an American.
You are an
I've
American,
been here
okay.
most of my life,
Right.
so I'm an American. Now, the accent, where does it come from? I do speak 4 languages.
Right.
So
That's
where it comes from.
amazing. The 4 languages, because we were talking a little bit before we started sitting down and going on air with this, and the 4 languages, it just caught my attention, and then you did bring to me about the communication, and that's what kind of, it was easy for you to kind of get into writing the book because it's just so easy for you to communicate, and you love communicating. So it's always been like this for you?
Yes, I do have a bachelor's degree in communications
Okay.
and public relations.
Okay.
And throughout my life, that has been my, my, how would I say this? Like, it's my passion. It's what I
Right.
love. I love
Right.
to communicate. I love to write. I love to read.
Absolutely.
I love the medias. I love everything that has to do with
That's
that.
amazing.
And I am a medical interpreter.
Okay, all right, and you do some sign language as well.
Some. Yes.
All right, I do none, but we're gonna let her handle that part. Just very quickly, what are those 4 languages?
Spanish, of course, is my
Mhm.
first language, and English and Romanian. My husband is from Romania.
Yes.
And Portuguese.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, Ms. Sabo, let's go ahead and let's just jump into this book here. Let's start off with what prompted you to decide to go into writing this book.
Well, we live in a world where
Mhm.
women now are being empowered
Mhm.
to do things, right?
Right.
And you graduate from college and you expect that you are going straight, to work, and it's what I did.
Well, it happened for you.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
it did happen to me. It did happen for me. But after I got married and we tried to conceive a child, then that was where the issue came. And I think a lot of women face that because we want to be career women, but we also want to be moms.
That's
lots
true.
of us.
That's
And so I've had a lot of issues throughout my pregnancies. I've had 4 pregnancies, and I only have 1 living child. And some people don't even want to talk about these situations. You know,
Right.
like you ask a woman what happened to you, and they don't want to talk about it.
Right.
So my situation is preeclampsia, and preeclampsia is a very serious condition that happens to between 5 and 8% of pregnant women in the United States, and it happens in the world too. But we're talking about
Right.
statistics here in the United States.
Right, and it's amazing that you brought that up because when I was speaking with you earlier before we started filming here, you was telling me about it, and I honestly I never heard of preeclampsia before this, and so for you to actually bring this to the forefront and be strong enough to tell your story about it, I really think that's amazing. I definitely do commend you for that. So it's definitely amazing that you actually bring this to the forefront. And you said it's not that the issue is not known; it's just not talked about as much, like you said.
And there is, this is like a storm. It's coming like a storm, and it's being talked about a lot. There is the Preeclampsia Foundation that talks a lot about preeclampsia, and they do a lot of research, and they get some money for that research, and all that stuff. And but there are like a lot of groups on Facebook and social media of all these women. It's amazing. You hear all kinds of stories of women that have gone through preeclampsia in all kinds of ways.
Right.
And how we are survivors of preeclampsia. That's why I have this dog tag, and it says "Making Strides, delivering hope for preeclampsia." That's what we are doing. We are talking to people about it. So if you get married and you have your wife, so you know what to look for, you know what it is.
Right.
Because 5 to 8% of women here in the United States is about 200,000 women every year that go through this situation.
Wow.
And is actually 15% of the prematurity cases in babies that are in the NICU are because of preeclampsia. It's 15%.
Wow. And for those who don't know exactly what that is, it is you said high blood pressure? Exactly.
It's high blood pressure in pregnancy. Like you can be perfectly healthy before pregnancy, and when it's like you're allergic to pregnancy. So you become very sick, and there's a lot of things that can happen to you. Your livers can be damaged, your kidneys can be damaged, you can die from it, and the baby doesn't grow when your blood pressure is high.
Right.
So you can also have postpartum preeclampsia, which is after you already gave birth and you're home, and you can have seizures. Like there's a lot of things that we could do a whole program. About
literally
preeclampsia.
about
literally.
That is amazing. It's really amazing. I understand it has to be a sensitive subject. It makes me sensitive just talking about it. But I definitely, again, commend you for your strength for being up here and being able to bring this to the light, shed some light on this situation. And so you've had four children. You've lost 3.
Yes.
And you have 1 survivor now. And this is him. This is him right here on this
That
book
is
right
him.
here. That is him. Okay.
That is him.
Okay.
I've had a stillbirth, which was at 20 weeks. Well, it was 26 weeks, but the baby died at 20 weeks, so I've had the baby in my belly for 6 weeks dead, which is very, very dangerous. I was in another country, and we were taking a flight to come here to the United States, 9-hour flight. So we went to the doctor, and they found this situation, If I would have gotten into that plane like that, I would have died because of the pressure of the plane and the air.
So you did not know beforehand?
No, I didn't know.
Wow.
I was a first-time mom, and we have to create awareness about this because there's a lot of first-time moms that go through this situation, and really doctors don't check first-time moms as much as they should.
Wow. Well, so what can actually, like, what causes it? Like, where does this come from?
Nobody knows. They're still doing research about it. It's been there for a while. My mother almost died of preeclampsia 40 years ago. But they're still doing research. They don't know why some women get it and some women don't.
So it can be passed down through generations.
I believe so. It's not for sure on research, but they're already trying to, to believe that that it is.
And with the groups and everything that is going on, like the groups that you are involved with, do they kind of like help assist or facilitate in any type of way with like the medical research?
Only the Preeclampsia Foundation and like people like me that like some of the profits, when you buy one of my books, some of the profits I send them to the Preeclampsia Foundation.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of people donating money out there. So if you are, like if you're interested in this, if you want to donate to a good cause, this is a really good cause to donate.
Absolutely. If you can in any way, definitely donate. I certainly will. And I was not aware of the situation before we just talked about this. But I definitely think it's amazing. I thank you again. This is really a big subject. We could talk about this all day, like she said. Unfortunately, we don't have that amount of time. But to find the books, I know Amazon. You can go to Amazon.
You can
find
go to
it.
Amazon.
Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes and Nobles.
All right. And you have your own site as well. It's XLibris.
It's XLibris. It's the publishing house for the book. And you can also contact me, Hamidi Sabo.
All right. And
you can look for me online.
All right. And your social media information for everyone.
And you can go to Facebook and you can look for From My NICU Window. It's our fan page for the book. You can also go to The Delta B, which is my Instagram account. And that's it.
All right. Well, I certainly thank you so much for being with us today. I really did enjoy it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely.
Welcome back, everyone. As we said earlier, we had an amazing, jaw-dropping fashion designer. I am so honored to introduce to you all Mr. Thomas Hamilton. Come on, everybody, you gotta see this. Look at this. It's amazing. Oh my God. Take a seat, please. And we probably have, yes. You look amazing. I love it. Thank you. I love fashion, as you can tell.
Yes.
I'm just really like, my jaw dropped when I saw you.
Oh, did it?
Just, yes. If you guys can't tell right in the camera, this is all knitted. Like, it is hand knitted, everything in the back and the design, everything, the pants. It's one of those things that, you just never see, but it looks so amazing. How long did it take you to do this?
This entire walk, we're not going to talk about that. But actually, this jacket took me, I want to say it took me about 2 days to make this jacket.
Oh my God.
The pants took me about the same, so I'm going to say about 4 days. So yeah.
God, I would say, like you said, 2 days. I would think it would take me like an entire week just to do. I used to knit before, and I could just do like one strand, the little strand and the. Oh my God. Yeah. And my sister, I remember she made me an entire dress when I was a little girl, and she knitted it all, but it took her like a whole month. So looking at it, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm blown away.
But you know what? Actually, when I do make dresses, they do take me a month.
Oh God.
Like they do. So like your sister was actually in the right time here with that. So. Yeah.
Okay, so dresses take longer.
They take longer. I mean,
really
it's a full length thing. You got to make sure the measurements are right.
Yeah.
Everything is good. So yeah.
It's a lot of talent.
It's
wonderful.
You.
So what got you into fashion and making outfits and designing? What's your story? We want to know.
Okay, my story. Okay, so my story is basically before I started doing this, before I started designing and whatnot. I was actually a professional dancer.
Oh, wow.
I actually still am a professional dancer, 20 years now. And that was my passion growing up with that, just going in really hard, going to class every day, performing. But then my mom got sick, and she passed away.
I'm so sorry.
It was okay. When she passed away, of course, everyone who loses a parent or a loved one, they go through this phase of, grief. And so for me to help me get through my grief, I started crocheting.
Okay.
I was just doing it because I saw other people doing it, and I was like, okay, let me try it. And so it became a form of therapy for me.
It is.
And so it was relaxing, and I was just like, yes, come on. And so I started crocheting. I started crocheting hats, gloves, scarves. And then one day I was like, you know what? Let me try to make this. I will never forget it. My very first thing I've ever made. It was for my birthday. I forgot which one, but it was a gray top.
Okay.
It was like a close knitted stitch. Then and down at the bottom, it was like a netted, like fishnet material.
Oh my God.
That I crocheted. And like, I didn't think anything of it. It was just like a little birthday outfit that I did for myself. And so I put it online.
Yep.
And people was like, oh my God, how much is that? How much is that? Oh my God, what is that? Oh my God.
It's amazing.
And I was like, oh my God, oh, what do I do? That close is what's going on? But yeah, and that's how it got started for me. And I started designing, I just started making dresses. I started making like baby clothes. I started making just all kinds of wonderful things. And so now I'm doing not only women's clothing, but I also do men's clothing, as you can tell.
Yes.
And so like this I'm telling y'all, 2017 was an awesome year for me, and I expect 2018 to be an awesome year.
It's gonna get even better.
So last year, God, it was amazing. So basically,
Yeah.
I was invited to New York Fashion Week, and I got a chance to premiere a collection there.
Oh, wow.
And so
That is amazing.
I know, and it's just like
That is,
I can honestly say that God is.
that is
blowing my
everybody's
mind.
dream,
Yeah.
you know, just to be in Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So like this has been an awesome ride thus far.
So do you sell your collection? Where do you sell it? Where can we buy this amazing collection? Because I am going to go on and request something awesome.
Okay, so you can go to. I actually have a webpage. It's gregorystitch.com. Gregorystitch.com.
Okay.
And also, you can also find me on Instagram.
Okay.
Same name, Gregory_Stitch. And also Facebook, Gregory Stitch. So,
Okay. And you got all your designs on there, prices and everything. People can reach out to you and request something personal and
Yeah.
everything. That is amazing. Now, do you only do crochet, or do you do like actual stitching? Like, is it just crochet?
well, right now it's just crochet. I mean,
Okay.
because
It's so different. I've never seen a
Exactly.
designer do crochet
Exactly.
designs. Oh my gosh, you broke the industry.
Oh
It's
my God,
amazing.
thank you so much. Oh my
It's
God.
wonderful. I'm blown away. I can make a scarf maybe, you know.
Oh, but you know what? A lot of people can't even do that. So that's an accomplishment right in its own, right?
I did cross stitching when I was younger and everything, and it is a form of therapy. It's amazing, but I could never imagine that you can make an entire outfit like
You
that. And
can.
it's-
You definitely trust me. Whatever you think of, you can actually do. Like seriously, that's why I go to YouTube University. You know.
I know, you
So.
can learn everything on YouTube. It's
Yes.
amazing. No, I'm just excited and so honored to have you on our show and for you to explain your story. Like, it's so touching. It made me tear up because, you know, my parents are older. They're at that age that, you know, they might not be around for a long time, and that therapy got you out of that.
Yeah.
It helped you, you know. So, and it's such an amazing thing. So, how many years have you been in total? Have you been?
Honestly, I've only been crocheting for 5 years.
Well, 5 years.
For 5 years, and that's it. And
Goodness, for 5 years and you're a pro.
well, I'm not. I won't say I'm a pro because
You're a pro.
there's a lot of other people who are freaking amazing out there. Yeah, and it's honestly, once you go into the basics, it's
Okay.
all about playing around. Like
Yes,
really,
yeah.
I encourage anyone who wants to be a designer, just a crochet designer, but a designer period. Just have fun, learn some basics. Yeah, get the basics under your belt, but also when you learn those things, start experimenting, start playing around, because it's so much fun.
It is,
So,
and
yeah.
it's therapeutic, and
Very.
it's so wonderful, and you can make whatever you want, which is the most amazing thing.
Exactly.
You know, you have the nice blue, the royal blue, and the black. That's my favorite color, by the way. I love royal blue. Yes. So definitely, we are honored to have you on our show. I'm so excited to have interviewed you. And one more time, I just want you to tell the audience where they can find you, so we know where to order your things, and that way we know, you know,
Okay.
how to order your designs.
So you guys can find me at gregorystitch.com, also Instagram Gregory_Stitch, and also on Facebook as
There you have
Gregory Stitch.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to have you.
Yay.
Yay. Look, one more last time of the amazing outfit. Awesome. Look at that. Amazing. Just awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And this is what Suave has been waiting for. My favorite, I got an awesome singer. This is one of my favorite. I have got to tell you something about her. This next one coming up, I've seen her personally myself here in Atlanta for the first time, and I fell in love with her. I said, we've got to get her right here on XtrOdinary Live. She has an awesome personality, and so let's hear it. All right, Christina Ray. Come on out, Christina Ray. Yes, look at the boots. I love the boots. What are you doing? Oh, so good to see you. Good to see you. Check out beautiful there. No, she is just, she's doing it. She is doing it. Look at this. Let me see. Okay. Christina Ray, so great to see you. Make yourself at home. This is the XtrOdinary Live. This you like family. I'm gonna make it family.
Okay.
All right, all right. So, Christina Ray, tell everybody what music genre you sing.
I sing it all, but I like to put R&B and opera together. So that's what I do. I'm classically trained, been classically trained since I was 7. So I'm like, I don't want to be in a box. So I'm going to do it all.
And she's a professional. I'm telling you, she's a professional. I'm telling you, I don't care what she says. I love her. I love her. So how you started singing at what age?
I started really singing at 7. I was a part of a performing arts program that was going on, and we did a lot of musicals.
Okay.
So I was at 7, I was in the West Side Story. And since then, I've just been loving music.
Like from when I seen you here, right here in downtown Atlanta, you were, I mean, she was amazing. She sung Patti LaBelle, If Only You Knew. Now, y'all know how hard it is to sing Patti. This girl tore it up. I was videotaping her. I was like, oh my God. She was hitting those notes, and she hit it again, and then she hit it again, and everybody was just like, because you did that. You did that. So I already know you have an amazing voice, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it. So 7 years old, you started singing at 7 years old, and then at what time did you start singing like professionally? Like when did you take it to the next level? At what age?
10. I was a part of The Wiz, the production of The Wiz, and I was a munchkin. I've been short my whole life, but in that production, I was 10, doing being a little munchkin on a little stool at the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville, Tennessee, which is like a big thing in Nashville, but it's a big thing in history as well. So
you went from 7, so she went from 7 years old, and then in 3 years she was professional. She was already, you already took it up to the next level. Yeah. I thought you was gonna say like, 20, I started singing professionally at 20. At 10, she went from 7 to 10 professional. Okay, where are you from?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. Oh, you're from Nashville, Tennessee. Okay. So what are you doing with your music like right now?
Right now, I am putting together an album.
Okay.
It's about time I stop sitting on what I've been festering on for a long time.
Yes.
And so, I have to do that.
Music is life for you.
It really is.
I know. I checked out your Instagram page. We're going to let you know where to find her on Instagram, too. Because I went on Instagram, and I know, because I sing it, too. We already know. But that's definitely, I know that music is life, and I know how that is to really, that's like what you want to do. You know that is some type of purpose in your life, to sing and bless people with your voice. And you do that. Yeah. You do that, and you do that well. So what kind of, tell us about the shows. Now, if you sing, I know with this voice, you've had to take this elsewhere. So let's start out locally, and then let's find out if you have taken it abroad, because I'm sure you have. So locally, what you doing locally?
Well, because I'm in Atlanta now, I do like the everyday open mics. I love doing that because you never know who's going to be there, and you never know what you're going to hear. Because I love appreciating other people.
Thank you.
And so I go to support them, and they support.
They support
it's
you.
Like a thing.
They support you, and you're very supportive because you have a very humble spirit, personality, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that's gonna take you a long way. Because there's a lot of people here in the Atlanta area. They can sing, and they have their attitudes is just not right. But Christina Ray, every time you see her, she's glowing, she's welcoming, she sings, she blesses the stage, and it's just amazing. So. So you do open mics, and I've checked out your Instagram page. Have you went abroad?
I have. I've been to Spain and London.
Okay.
I love doing that.
You went to Spain, London. She went over abroad.
Yeah, I'm going to go other places, but for right now, I've been there. I'm able to check that off.
Is that your now? When it comes to your artistry, do you want to be local? You want to be international? You want to be worldwide? Tell us about what's your plans.
I want to be international, but I want to be mainstream because overseas they have a better appreciation for music.
I'm glad
and
you know
they
that.
have a better appreciation for color.
And
And so, especially in London, they actually just reached out to me about becoming an artist of theirs over there, which is weird, but
they all do it. All
Yeah.
do it. Shaka Khan goes over there. Aretha goes over there. Tina Turner's overseas.
Yeah, she
They
ain't
just
back though.
no, Tina Turner. She's fine. You know,
She's
she's
so
doing the right.
good.
She's doing the right thing. You know.
Exactly.
But I mean, I love her. But you know what I mean. She's a legend. She, you know,
She can rest.
like how Mariah Carey. She's still trying to. But anyway, and I've changed subject. But yes, so you want to be international?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so when do you expect your album? I mean, it's a work in progress still. You don't
Yeah.
have an exact date.
I say May because I don't want to sit on it too long.
Cool.
People take forever. Tomorrow's not promised.
Right,
so
right.
I need to get it out.
Who inspired you?
Well, as a little person in the car seat, it was Patti LaBelle.
I should have known.
Yeah, because she was just really loud, and you know, as babies, we like loud.
Right.
And so I was like,
And y'all like to kick off your shoes.
Yes, you do too. See, but she's just
Amazing.
always amazing. And her voice being so big, but being able to control that and bending air. That's all we're doing is bending air, but people are able to be inspired by it and saved and all of that. So I love her.
You had a big voice when you was a child, then.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of stuff was you singing way back when you were a child? Like, you know, like how you had Lauryn Hill was singing a certain song when she was real young. What
I
kind
always
of stuff?
sung Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Okay.
I always sing.
Okay.
And I always sing Home.
Right.
from the years, So,
Okay.
yeah.
So now, Christina Ray, where can we find you? Because people's got to follow you. Because I went on your Instagram page. I seen this girl. She was dancing. She didn't tell me she's dancing, doing all this stuff. I was like, oh, she can sing and think. I mean, she's amazing just to watch her in the car, just singing and whatever. So I love that. So tell everybody your social media.
Everyone can find me on Facebook and Instagram, Christina Ray,
Okay.
ChristianaRae. That's on Facebook, and it's Christina Ray Sings on Instagram.
Okay, all right. So, what we've been waiting for, we got to hear you sing, okay? Is that all right?
Yeah,
all
that's
right,
fine.
bless us
That's
with your
fine.
voice. Bless us with your voice. So, we're finna get this microphone ready. Is that all right?
That's fine.
All right. All right.
True love is never exactly what you thought it would be. Oh no, it's so much more greater as the ocean is to the sea. Love will take you and wrap its arms around you and have your head in the sky, wanting to know, is this true love I found, or is it my imagination? Does love really feel as good as it seems? Does the love take control when you wanna let go, but says this is too true just to let go? Well, I hope the love from you is unconditional, 'cause I know my love for you is unconditional. True love is stronger than the rays from the sun. Oh, getting too close could possibly make you blind.
almost brought a tear to my eye, girl.
Oh, don't cry.
Did y'all hear those notes? Did y'all hear those notes? Somebody make sure my bow tie's straight, because I'm standing next to Christina Ray. Oh, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
You wrote that song?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. Right here at XtrOdinary Live, this is the platform that we provide. We want to hear you. We want, if you're an artist, if you're an entertainer, if you're an actor, if you're a model, book writer, whatever it is, we want to get you guys out there, and we need some more people to bless the stage just like this. So submit your music to XtrOdinaryLive@gmail.com. That extro with the O, okay? And submit your music and let us hear you. But that was so good. That was so good. I can't wait to have you back on the show again. You know, I got a crush on Jill Scott. Oh, you're beautiful. Ooh, yes. We have had a fabulous, let me rephrase that, an extraordinary show today. We have some great people on the show today. We're looking forward to hearing more new talent, new people. So let's bring out the host again. That's all we have time for today. Until next time. So let's bring out Gigi and Jack LaVelle. I had enjoyed with you guys today.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
loved it.
Can't wait for the next time. Cannot wait back to see you guys again. Okay, and again, I'm gonna give you guys that email again. I want to hear your music. I want to hear your talent. I want to see it. Submit that stuff to XtrOdinaryLive@gmail.com. That's with the O. XtrOdinaryLive@gmail.com. And our website.
Yes, the XtroNetwork.com. Make sure you log on, submit.
All right.
Give us a like.
Check us out. Subscribe to that channel for XtrOdinaryLive.com. And until next time, have an
Extraordinary day.
Extraordinary, baby, you are everything. They wish they could be. Show it all off, 'cause you know you are.
Test. Action.
Welcome back, everyone, to Extraordinary Lives, where we have extraordinary guests on our show. My name is Gigi.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I thought you were going to do it.